It started 3 nights ago. In a quiet residential block of Shinagawa, Tokyo, where the streets always smelled faintly of rain and cigarette smoke. People called it the Sleepy Lane because no one ever stayed awake long enough to see the city's true face after midnight. But that night, something changed. At exactly 12:07 a.m., the streetlights began to flicker. One by one, they went dark, the bulbs dying in a wave that moved down the street like a pulse. Only one light stayed on, the one in front of house number 9. My house. At first, I thought it was just a coincidence, but the longer it stayed on, the stranger it began to feel. It wasn't the soft yellow light of an ordinary bulb. It was too bright, too white, and it hummed, like it was alive. That night I couldn't sleep. The light outside my window kept seeping through the curtains, painting everything in my room an unnatural shade of white. At 1 a.m., I decided to peek outside. The street was silent, completely still. Not even the sound of the wind, and under that one glowing light stood someone. A woman. Her back to me, hair black and tangled, reaching almost to her knees. She wasn't moving, not even breathing. I blinked once, and she was gone. The light flickered, but didn't turn off. The next morning, my neighbor, Mrs. Tanaka, stopped me on my way to the station. Her eyes looked sunken, tired. "Did your lights go out last night too?" she asked. "Ours did, all except that one outside your place. You should tell the city to fix it." I nodded, pretending not to care. But that night, when I got home, the light was still on, and beneath it I saw something lying on the pavement. A shoe. A single black heel. The same kind the woman last night had been wearing. By the third night, I was too paranoid to sleep. The humming had gotten louder, like the bulb was feeding on the silence itself. At 12:07 again, the other lights in the neighborhood died. I looked out. This time she was facing me. Her head tilted to one side. Her skin, unnaturally pale, glowed beneath the light. Her eyes were hollow, completely white, and her lips were torn into a crooked smile. I froze. Then slowly, she raised her arm and pointed toward my window. "You saw me," she whispered. "Now you'll never turn the light off." The bulb above her flared brighter, almost blinding. I stumbled back, covering my face, and when I opened my eyes again, she was gone. But the humming didn't stop. The next day, I called the electric department. They said the power grid for my area was under repair, that all streetlights had been off for 2 days. "That's impossible," I told them. "The one in front of my house is still on." "Sir," the man replied, "there is no streetlight registered at your address." My hand went cold. I checked the pole outside myself. No serial number, no maintenance sticker, just a tall, rusted metal pole, humming quietly, and nailed into it was a photograph. Old, water damaged. It showed a woman standing under the same light, smiling. Her eyes looked familiar. It was Mrs. Tanaka. I ran to her house immediately. The front door was open. The entire place smelled like burnt wires and wet iron. On the living room floor lay a pair of black heels, and a note written in shaky handwriting. "She doesn't like the dark anymore." I backed away slowly, heart pounding in my throat. When I turned to leave, I caught sight of the streetlight through her window. It was glowing brighter than ever, and beneath it stood 2 figures now. The woman and someone else. Someone who looked just like me. That night I decided to end it. I grabbed a hammer, stepped outside, and walked toward the light. Every step I took made the air colder, heavier. The humming became a low scream vibrating through my skull. The figures beneath the light didn't move, but their shadows stretched toward me, like they were reaching out. When I was close enough, I raised the hammer and swung at the bulb. The moment it shattered, everything went black. When I opened my eyes again, it was morning. I was lying in the middle of the street. The pole was gone, no light, no sign of the woman. For a moment, I thought it was all just a dream, until I went back inside. Because in the reflection of my window, I could see a faint glow behind me. And there, standing just over my shoulder, was her. Her voice echoed in my ear. "You broke my light. Now you have to burn for me." And the next thing I remember is the sound of humming, coming from inside my walls.